Hello, Gomez here for the LAN Up channel again. Today for another, whatever the hell the reveal is today. Let's see what it is, and then I shall give quickly just my brief thoughts and opinions on it, as well as sharing in the shock and awe with you. So let's do this. Okay, so let's see what they've got for us. Let's see what they've got for us today. Okay, looks like it's some kind of landmark or something, like 22. Okay, so great animation. Looks like they're killing the opponent. That's good. Right. So Star Springs for Targon. So Targon landmark. End of the round, which most of them have been start of round, haven't they? From what I remember. But end of the round. Heal damaged allies for 1. Then once I've seen you've healed 22 plus damage from allies, win the game. So I mean, it's the equivalent of like Fiora in that it has to see you, so it has to be on the board. It only costs 2, and it has to have seen you heal 22. Which, let's face it, Targon's got a lot of heals. You put that in with Shadow Isles. Shadow Isles has got a lot of heals as well. It's something which demands answers in terms of, like, there are cards which obviously deal with landmarks. If somebody's playing this, you need to have landmark removal, because this is just like Fiora, literally. You've got to kill this before they get to 22. Such a weird number, 22. Is there some kind of significance that I don't know about with the number 22? Okay, so let's face it, so if you put yourself in Shadow Isles has got Absorb Soul, which only costs 1, which heals for 4. Obviously, you've got all the Targon healing cards as well. They might reveal more healing cards. That might be what's in the rest of this video, is more healing cards. But obviously, you've got the Guided Touch, which is a heal for 2 anyway. It's one of those things where it's a great thing if you can keep it on the board, because I don't know whether or not you can throw Spell Shield on top of landmarks yet. I don't know whether or not that's been established or not. But if you can throw Spell Shield on top of landmarks just to be able to protect them, then protecting this, and it is basically like a Fiora, isn't it? You just need to keep it alive, keep healing, and you win. But as I said, because there's so much because we're starting to see a little bit of landmark removal coming into the game, you basically have to. Let's face it, if you're against Freljord, against the Howling Abyss or whatever it was, you need to have landmark removal. So okay, I do like that though. Another kind of game winning mechanic which doesn't require you to win through just beating somebody up. You can sustain yourself and then win late game. Well, actually, I guess you want to be trying to win as early as possible. So 1 mana Targon, fully heal an ally. I mean, if you just get like somebody who's really big and get them to knock down someone, if you can get one of your own minions and knock them down a lot, then heal them right back up again. That's gonna do quite a lot for you. I wonder whether or not, thinking about healing, does regeneration count as healing? So people like Bron, Garen, whenever they're healing themselves, do they count as that being? Would that count towards that card as being healing? Because you're not technically, as well, because it just says I've seen. So damaged, so damaged allies. So if you build up a board, it does heal all allies for 1 anyway, and I've seen you heal from allies. I wonder whether or not regeneration works with that, because it technically is healing itself up from that. Because then, yet again, you could maybe put that in with some of the Freljord stuff itself, in the fact that obviously there's a lot of regeneration and whatnot in trolls and that in Freljord. So I'm really, you know what, I'm even more curious about this. But getting back to the 1 mana slow speed, 100% healing a champion, 100% healing an ally. Sorry, I will get back to. Do you mind, Goat Man? I will get to you when I get to you. I do want to see you, but I'm still talking about. Oh shit, wait, we need to. Sorry, I do apologize. That is my fault. I should have swapped over camera wise. It's done now. So getting back to this. Sorry, I got distracted by something. So healing 1 mana. I mean, it can completely heal an ally. If you're playing, you're definitely putting this in the deck if you're putting the landmark in, and potentially just really good heals in general, especially if you're like using dragons with fury. So say that you get using dragons, but then they they're taking hits along the way as they're building themselves up with fury, but they're still taking hits potentially. So healing back up a mind splitter, or healing back up like one of the other dragons, or even just Asol himself. If you start knocking Asol down, like you start using him as a defensive shield and then healing him back up. I mean, I can see this definitely seeing play for 1 mana. It's slow speeds, obviously. It's like not it can be countered, and that like people can kill them with spells, or they can use deny and things. But no, I can see that seeing play, especially with that especially with that landmark. Let's continue on. Goatman. So, Spring Guardian. When I'm summoned, create Spring Gifts in hand. Depends on what Spring Gifts are, but a 3/3 body for free is not bad already. But what is your gift from the spring, my friend? Do we get to see? So we don't. Oh, is that what you're? Sorry, that was the first. It's the first card, isn't it? Sorry, that is what it does. It gives you this. Don't worry, I'm talking nonsense. So okay, right. So he does give you one of those in there. So definitely, yeah, for even more getting heals for that landmark. Just he gives you another one of these, because obviously that is the hoop that he's got is the hoop that's in the other card art. So yeah, but 3/3 for free, not a bad stat line, as well as the fact that obviously if you are doing a healing deck, as well as that obviously means that they're putting in more support for the what's that minion? There's the minion which every single time that you heal gains 2 attack, I think it is. So they're putting in more for that, as well as the fact that probably you can throw Stellar Corns into that deck as well, because they do heals. I mean, I'm just really interested to see how that landmark goes down. It has to see it. So if it can be beaten, if it can be destroyed early, but so it is 2 cost. If you could maybe save all of your healing cards to the end and get out in one kind of OTK move. I don't exactly know how you do it, but it's possible. It's possible if you save up all the heals for the end for that one turn. I'm really curious. I'm really curious to see how people are going to utilize it and what's going to go on with that. But let's continue on. Let's continue on very quickly. Let's get these. Right, so draw a landmark or destroy a landmark. So it's giving you the choice there, so you can either go for trying to get your 2-cost landmark or destroy it, and it's only 3 cost and it is fast. So kill it, destroy a landmark for free. I mean, Targon's going to be really important in this new meta, isn't it? If the landmarks become like a massive thing, which, let's face it, the Fairly Odd one is quite a decent one, which the Shadow Isles one's not bad either. The one in Bilgewater, take it or leave it. I mean, obviously it's going to work really well in Deep, but other than Deep, it's not going to see, like, it's going to be for deep decks. Like, what other deck are you putting that in? Potentially you could throw it into what's his face, Malachi, but if you're using Malachi, you're probably using him with Deep anyway. So yeah, no, I can watch it. So I'm interested to see what the other landmarks are going to do, but this is the cheapest we've seen for landmark destruction, and it's a fast speed spell, 3 cost. I feel like this is definitely going to see use. This is definitely going to see use, and it's the choice of whether or not you want to draw a landmark or destroy one. So you like that choice of, okay, I'll draw my one quickly for this move, or I'll destroy this one right now. I feel like, I don't know, in my head, I feel like this might be used more along the destroy path, and because considering the fact that their landmark only costs 2, I can see there potentially being late game heals. Just keep it saving, like, because I mean, especially if you're like going with Shadow Isles and you're just using, like, as I said, because it's all allies and that. So does this get seen in a really weird deep deck with Malachi because his spell, which it heals for free, or does this get seen in Bilgewater with the citrus, which is the citrus guy who rallies and heals all ally. I mean, I can see this being in so many different things that's going to be like weird and wonderful ways, because there is obviously healing in the game. Targon's got some of the best heals in the game. Shadow Isles has got really good heals. Freljord's got really good heals. I'm just curious to know whether or not regeneration counts as being heals or not, because if regeneration counts as being heals, then yeah, no, I can definitely see that. But that card is just the lovely stopper, which does mean that if like you're basically just going to be seeing loads of Targon. That's what I'm guessing from this, and I think that is the last card of the day. But great cards. Again, great cards today. I cannot wait to see what they have for us tomorrow. If you want to see my opinions and whatnot, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and whatnot, or follow the action on Twitch. I'm live on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, as well as the fact this is October, the month of October, and therefore giveaways are happening as well. So it's up to you if you want to get involved with that. But thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time on Dragon Ball Z. Right, I'm going to actually kill you because that gives me a card. I mean, I was hoping it... Well, shit!